Hello, shamanettes, and welcome to The Beauty Shaman. So today we're going to do this look, kind of 1950s throwback, the heavier liner, the really kind of shorter, dense lashes, and purple eyeshadow. So grab your purple and we are going to get going on this look. Our shamanic thought for the day is gratitude. Many of us have these negative tapes turning in our head. We get up, we immediately start going into those tapes of all the things we don't like in our life, so that we're always at sort of a low grade anxiety, unhappiness, and it actually takes a concerted effort to launch ourselves out of that. And the way you do it is when you have a negative thought, you stop yourself, you let it go, and then you replace it with a really positive thought. So for example, you get in your car and you say, I hate this car. And then stop yourself and say, man, I am so grateful I have a car. Thank you so much, car. You attract what you think and what you are. If you're positive and you're putting that out, you're just going to attract miracles. Let's practice that today. That is your challenge. Okay, so before we get started, please visit my website at thebeautyshaman.com and don't forget to hit subscribe, very important, so I can continue making great content for you on YouTube. Let's get going. So we are going to start by putting on the false lashes first. There's a method to my madness. It's so that we don't use too much eyeliner because I'm using strip lashes, which have a natural line to them, as you can see right here. So see, it has a black natural line. So I don't want you to be overly made up, so we're going to put them on first. Put a little glue on your hand. I always measure the lashes and then trim the end to be sure that they start where my lashes start and they finish where my lashes finish. Then I take it and I run it through the glue. Now comes the frustrating hard part. You try to put it right on your lash line. So be sure you get this tip and this end both really adhered tightly to your eye and that they're in the right place, because those are the parts that really stand out if you get it wrong. Okay, so lashes are on. So as you can see, you can really see that end, like where the lashes end and then your eye begins. And you get that real uneven kind of look to it right here. And over to the end, that's okay. This one doesn't stand out as much. I like to sometimes make this end a little higher than my lash line because that gives your eyes a really nice lift. I don't think I did that today, but that's a little insider tip. I'm going to use an eye base today. This is called Painterly by MAC, and I'm just going to put it on with my finger just over my lid. I could have done this before I did my lashes. That would actually be easier, but I forgot. And this just goes to show you don't have to get it perfect for it to look good. I'm using this because I have a lot of discoloration, as you can see, over my eyelids. Plus, it makes it kind of a little lighter. Use one about one shade lighter than your skin color. All right, so now I'm going to use some eyeliner. I'm going to use Mystical Eyeliner in Smoky Quartz from Jane Iredale. And I'm going to take this with a brush. It comes with a brush, but I like a longer handle. So this is the color. It's kind of a darker charcoal. Okay, so now I'm going to connect these dots right here. Kind of challenging to do this. There you go. See how that worked? So I just connected that. And if it's not totally even, I'm going to go back over it with a little charcoal eyeshadow. So I'm going to take that same thing and I'm just going to run it a little bit over the top and onto my skin just a bit, especially on the outer edge here. I'm going to make the outer edge a thicker line. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, now I'm going to take a slanted brush. I'm going to dip it into the palette that we're going to be using today. This is by Ilamasqua. We're going to dip it into this color right here. And I'm going to just make that a smoother look. Now the reason why I use a cream or a gel liner on this is because of the density. It's just going to be really dense. And the look that we're doing is that kind of 1950s, you know, playful, really thick, not really thick, just thicker eyeliner. This is very flattering if you have small lids, small eyes. You really want to pop your eyeballs. This is a great, great, great look. Woo! the liner is done. Now we're going to do a crease color. And I'm going to use the same palette I'm using all the way through. It's the Il Mascara palette, and we're going to do purple. So everything I'm going to do today is purple, which is super fun. We're going to do this one in the outer crease, this one a little bit on the lid if you have the lid space, and I'm going to do a tiny bit of silver, just pop right on the eye. All right, so I'm using this brush. It's just a nice crease brush. And I'm going to go just in that outer edge. So I kind of place it, and then I'm going to blend it. The reason why you do this is it really gets the density. See how dense that is? And that makes it hold up longer, bring your crease out more, all that. All right, I'm going to use the exact same brush, and we're just going to blend it. I'm going to blend that edge. You can also sometimes use another color to blend that. So I'm going to blend in that outer edge just a little bit. I'm going to use this color right here, just to soften up that edge just a little bit. Ooh, that made a big difference. See that? Okay, so next I'm going to use the really light purple, and I'm going to put that just on the outer edge here. So it's just going to add a little very, very pretty soft purple. And I'm going to put it a little bit on that dark liner just to soften up that liner. Another trick that works really well is to use a pencil brush, dip it in the product, and run it over the top of that. So you just get a hint of it, right? We're not doing a huge amount. I just want a hint. It also makes your lid look a little bit bigger. Again, going back to people with smaller eyes. All right, so I'm going to take my slanted brush again, and I'm going to dip it in the dark purple and put a little tiny bit underneath my eye. So I'm just going to pop a little on that outer edge. Some of you don't need to do this. Like really only do this if you feel like that would open up your eye. On some people it does, and some people it doesn't. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to pop a little bit of silver right in the middle. I'm going to use my ring finger, put it right on there, pop it right in the center. Ooh, that's pretty. If you like silver, it's awesome. If you want to put mascara on the lower lashes, go ahead. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep the focus entirely on the upper lid, which really does open up smaller eyes. Okay, so our eyes are done, and they're very glamorous. We've got our lovely false lashes and purple eyeshadow, which actually every eye looks great with purple. Let's move on to lips and cheeks. So I'm going to do my lips. Today I'm going to do a little bit of Stephanie Jane Iredale lipstick. It's kind of a pinky color because we're doing more of a sheer lip because we've got so much eye going on. All right, a little bit of Spice lip liner from Jane Iredale. And I'm going to color this a little over my lip line. This is just a way to make your lips look bigger. And then fill in that outer edge to make them look bigger. See how I do that? Fill that in and then raise that line slightly. Works. So we have to have gloss. So I'm going to put a little City. All right, so I need a little gloss. So I'm going to use a little City Beauty clear lip gloss that has hyaluronic acid in it, and it plumps up your lips, which, oh, who doesn't like that? Okay, last but not least, we're going to use a little Barely Rose from Jane Iredale blush just on my cheek, right around my eye. Now this is a lot of pinks, and it's fall, and I say, why not? All right, ladies, I hope you found that really helpful and fun. Please give it a go. I really want to hear from you. And tell me something that you are really grateful for. Really go into gratitude. Maybe share a few things. I think the more we share those things, the more we put them on paper or online, the more that brings good things not only to you, but everybody around you. And I think you would all agree that is a positive thing. All right, thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.